Today I fucked up by accidentally leaving my mic on while shagging my boyfriend. This happened to me on Friday. I had Microsoft Teams set up for my final online lecture of the year. Just as it was about to start, my boyfriend came in and started kissing me. I decided, to hell with the lecture. I wanted to fuck my boyfriend. Still, I had to stay logged in so that my attendance would be noted. Made sure my camera and audio were turned off. For safe measure, I closed my laptop slightly and turned it away. Then we boned quietly at first. We then gradually got louder. Around 40 minutes later, I checked my phone to find a flurry of messages from one of my friends saying shit like "turn off your mic, girl." Crying face. My heart literally dropped. I opened my laptop to find that I had been ejected from the session. Looking at the user interface again, I realized my mistake. In my haste to get down and dirty, I had clicked on the speaker icon when I meant to press the mic button. Basically, I couldn't hear them but they could hear me. Every damn porn star why thing I said. We both like dirty talk. I've been getting my friend to fill me in on what everybody heard. I honestly don't think I've cringed this hard in my life. I am actually so glad it's Christmas now and I don't have to face these people again for a month or so. Too long didn't read. Chose sex with my boyfriend over listening to an online lecture. Thought I had muted my audio but I actually muted theirs. So they could hear everything we were doing and I had no idea the lecturer was yelling at me to turn off my mic. Luckily they found a way to kick me out at a certain point but the damage is done. My friend has been filling me in on all of the cringy porn star why things I said during the act. I honestly want to curl up into a ball. So glad Christmas break has arrived so I don't have to face my fellow students. Imagine being the professor, first being extremely confused, then as the sounds get louder, the whole class falls silent as they think is that, and then finally, horror. Well, lesson learned, even if you were ignoring the lesson to be learned. Don't people know that in most cases anyone in a meeting can turn off the mic for someone? At least the meeting organizer can always do that. The host and who they designate can normally. I'm usually the host for the meetings I'm in and I keep a close watch. I've muted so many toilet flushes and even grabbed the screen sharing when someone didn't realize they had a porn tab showing. Well, you'll be on a few people's Snapchat and Insta stories, that's for sure. A month? Hell, if this happened to me, 10 years wouldn't be long enough. Today I fucked up streaming to Reddit. So to set the scene on my today I fucked up, I, 37M, was doing my semi-regular streaming whilst out with the kids and dog. We do this fairly often and take questions from across world either directed to me or my kids. Today we were at a local country park, and I figured I'd get the kids and I some refreshments. All okay so far. I go to pay on card, but wait, where is the camera facing? Yep, you guessed it. Right, cutie, the card, which I happen to flip over having realized, now showing my security details too. I think it's okay, maybe my hand obscured it. Nope. The good part of this community is I got a DM immediately from a watcher noting my card details, almost perfectly. My hope of a glitchy, poor resolution stream at that moment was foiled by 4 grams, and high camera resolution. FML. Luckily again I was able to freeze my debit card 3 days before Christmas. Yep, so can't access my money until I get a new card, got to update all the payment options I have for any subscriptions etc, any autofill forms for payment. All for 2 to 3 seconds of streaming. Deleted stream and thanked user who contacted me. Too long didn't read, streaming to Reddit. Paid by card. Flashed card to Reddit. I'm an idiot. I don't have cards that allow me to pay straight without e-bank confirmation. Does your bank not offer such services? That's something I'd never considered. And this is why you should always have more than one card with one secure and separate. Means you have one to use when you cancel one. Yeah, managed to sort out transfer to a credit card but that April feels like stupidity tax. Streaming to Reddit is a mistake in itself, lol. Yo, give me the card details so I can make sure your money is there. It's okay, I've sent it to Uganda. Apparently it will allow me to claim the 73 million they have waiting for me. I feel for ya, man. So, wanna send those new details so I can make sure everything works fine? Smile. Today I fucked up by thinking I had period cramps. Sorry for any spelling issues, I'm dyslexic. This started about 1 week ago, so not today. I was going about my daily tasks as I usually do, but it happened to be time for my period again. Tend to get some cramps, but not very severe ones. This time, however, I noticed that it was worse than usual. It hurt to twist even a little to the side. I thought it was normal because some of my friends say that they have really bad cramps like this. Ignored it. This was the heart of my FU. After a couple hours, I noticed that it was getting real unbearable. After a few minutes of lying on my bed, I was unable to even move without feeling like I was being stabbed. I finally decided to ask my mom to take me to the ER. By the time it was my turn, I could barely walk and my mom was almost carrying me. I was informed that my appendix had burst and I needed surgery. If I had not ignored the pains earlier, I would probably not have needed the surgery. Anyways, I'm mostly better now. Too long didn't dread, ignored cramps because I thought they were from my period. Ended up in the hospital for an appendectomy. Reason number 17,897,348 that it sucks to be female. Period cramps really can be that painful for many women, so sometimes we ignore what would be warning signs for men. At least the appendix doesn't grow back, so you won't have a repeat of this. And you had the sense to go to hospital in the end. I'm glad you're doing better now. Ouch, I hope you get well soon. Also, your spelling is great. Thanks. I'm glad my spelling is good. Glad you're okay, and good for you for going to the ER. My godchildren's father's appendix burst, and he died in his bed because he refused to go to the doctor. Not something you want to chance. Dear God, that's scary. I'm sorry for your loss. Just to placate you a bit, you more likely than not still would have needed the appendectomy even if it hadn't ruptured. Once your appendix gets inflamed to the point it's risking a rupture, it comes out. Oh thanks. It is kinda nice to hear that I didn't fully F up. I've heard this happens to a decent amount of women, as in I've heard this story happen to someone else on the internet and would likely make the same fuck up.